morning, family. Pastor Artie here with your Manna and Coffee this morning. You know what? How many of you have ever thought that you're getting away with something? You know, maybe it's cheating, maybe it's stealing, maybe it's going behind your wife's back, you guys, and having an affair, or you women behind your husband's back and having an affair. You know, and you think you're getting away with things. You know, or you're spending secretly and not telling your spouse or your significant other, whoever they might be. But you think you're getting away with something. Oh, I got away with that. How about when you drive on the freeways around here and you're speeding? Oh, I got away with that. Here's the thing. No matter what, you're breaking the law. And not only are you breaking man's law, but you're also breaking God's law, because he says we're to obey the law of the land. You know, I was watching today on TV, and they were talking about that guy from WikiLeaks who leaked all the secrets and all the data that were classified, and put a lot of people and our country in jeopardy because of it. You know, and the guy that helped him out is now, his last name is Manning. I forgot what his first name was, but now he had a transgender operation, so he calls himself Chelsea Manning, and now he's in a woman's prison. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you try to hide yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter where you go, because you can't get away from what God can see. You see, God sees straight through you. He can see through the darkness. He can see through the clutter. He can see through, you know, his word says it's a two-edged sword, man. It cuts all the way to the bone and the marrow. It cuts all the way through all the junk, and it exposes the innermost part of you and me. You know, it tells us in Numbers 32:23. It says, "But if you do not, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sins will find you out." You see, there's nothing we can do today that will hide us from the actions of what we do. We all will suffer consequences. You know, when my kids were little, I used to tell them, you know, if you mess up, just tell me the truth. You know, you're going to get disciplined, but you're not going to get punished. There's a difference between being disciplined and being punished. You know what? When you're punished, it's a lot worse than being disciplined. You know, I would rather just give them a verbal rebuke and send them to their room instead of having to spank them. You know, but I'll tell you what, there's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to get spanked by God. You know, because he does chasten his children. I mean, you know, if we do things that are wrong, he will, you know, take care of the issue. You know, maybe it's not as drastic, but you know what? We all pay a price for our sin unless we give it back over to him and confess it. You know, after we came to Jesus, after we've come after the cross, we now know what's right and wrong because we've been reading this. So now we have a set of guidelines on how to live our lives, godly, holy, graciously before people. And when we break those rules, you know what? We sin, we miss the mark. But before that, I didn't know I was sinning. But it was through his death that I read that I realized, hey, you know, I have done some pretty bad stuff. But you can't hide from God. There's nowhere you can go. You know, I've often used the illustration of when I was renting this house in Long Beach. We went over with the owners, and the people who lived there had just bugged out. They just left. They didn't pay the rent. They just took off. So we went over there in the evening, and I went over there with one of the owners, and we went to the back kitchen door because he had a key for it, and we were shining our flashlights in there, and I told him, I said, dude, I said, there's something wrong with the floor. He goes, what do you mean? I said, there's just something wrong with the floor. So we opened it up and we flipped on the light, and lo and behold, thousands of cockroaches just took off running. I don't know, I didn't even think I wanted to rent the place. But you know what? That's how sin is. You know, sin gets you comfortable. You get in the dark and you feel like, oh yeah, you know, haven't you ever wondered why most of these places you go to in order to sin are dark? You know, when you go to the places where you can get lap dances, they're dark. Strip clubs, they're dark. Bars, they're dark. Because you think you're hiding something. But you know what? God's light His glorious light shines through all that. Man, he sees everything you do in secret. Be sure your sins will find you out, just like that guy today who got arrested. I forgot his last name, whatever. But he got arrested today for leaking classified information. And he's going to go to prison for a long, long time. Be sure your sins will find you out. Today, family, don't let your sins find you out. Give them back over to the Lord. Let him cleanse you. Let him clean you. Let him set you back on high. Let him give you those hinds feet to stand in high places instead of like bear claws to fall down off the mountain. Linda and I love you. We care about you. We're praying for you. The rest of the staff here, my associate pastor Tony, assistant pastor, co-pastor, whatever you want to call him. He's our teacher for the ministry. He's praying for you too. And we just hope that you have a blessed day and that you will grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ today. May you have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye, guys.